JB Cycles here with an update on September the 28th. I see a bigger pullback coming, but unfortunately I'm not sure if it comes right away this coming week or if indeed we will get another top first. Because if we look at here at my rediscovered 4-week cycle in black, we are kind of running out of time here. Although the cycle is bearish for this coming week, I'm not quite sure if we can get a real breakdown here, because we have a new month starting soon and we have job numbers, and it's dangerous to expect downside before we get past this new month and the job numbers. But there are other stuff as well. But first let's zoom out a little bit, because here's my 3.5 year cycle in red. The cycle is going down into next summer, and I'm expecting some kind of correction beginning soon, going into the summer. So this will end out with, call it a big A, B, C sideways corrective move, in my opinion, this 3.5 year cycle. And this is quite a bullish variant, meaning there will be a higher high with the next bull market sometime in 2028 probably, and that should be the top of the 28 year cycle and the 56 year cycle. So I did think February was this cycle top, but it got extended by this rally. The crash we had in April disturbed everything, and the crash is unfortunately bullish. Nothing makes the market as bullish as when the market is crashing a little bit. The bearish thing is when it goes slowly and people are bullish and cannot accept the downtrend. But when you have this quick washout, then there are no sellers left and it's all bullish. Anyway, I'm expecting some kind of a topping formation here this fall, and then we should start the downtrend. And there is some extreme stuff going on in the market, because we are seeing extreme overbought levels. Here are the number of days above the 35-day moving average, and going back 70 years, there's only a handful of occurrences that has stayed longer above the 35-day moving average. And the other thing is that normally this does not happen at the very end of a bull market. This, often you look for a momentum high and then later a price high, and then you can get something bearish. But you seldom see the market reverse instantly at very high momentum or at a very strong trend. But if you look at like in 2017, that was a blow off top, very bullish. We did get a big correction, but it did not start a bear market. So anyway, at extreme level on the 35-day moving average, well, here looking at days above 50-day moving average, a little bit less extreme here, but as you see, we are at around 100 trading days, and there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 occurrences that did stay much longer above the 50-day moving average. But there are many analogs that ended about at this point at around 100 trading days. But again, normally you don't get these long bull runs at the very end of the bull market. Normally you have some more way to go before it really reverses. We also have like here we have trading days above, well, the number of trading days that has stayed with a high momentum score at my indicator. You could compare this to, I've seen other people have shown that the RSI has stayed above 45 for like 100 trading days or something. So this is very similar. We have, well, what it means is that we hardly have seen any pullbacks in this run after the April lows. And here, going back 25, 30 years, you know, it's only here in 2006 that it did continue for a significant length. So we are at extreme overbought levels. So we should have a pullback, but it's hard to accept that the market will just turn into a bear market directly. So I from some analogs, I made two averages just to show, to get an impression of the situation. Now the green scenario says we should have this big pullback right away, right now, while this purple one is suggesting we still have about 2 weeks left, 1-2 weeks left with upside before we get the correction. And anyway, you know, we should see another top later. And there's a kind of a small problem here, because right now I'm getting signals here for a top at with my purple wavelet, and I'm getting scenarios kind of like this, saying yeah, we should just crash down here. And my VIX indicator and VIX scenario is very similar. It says yeah, this is a top and we should go sideways or down for the next few weeks. But there is kind of a small problem here, because you know, these indicators, they can lie, they can give false signals. I often find a 10-week oscillation in the market. I don't call it a cycle because I don't know what it is. It's more like the market just likes to oscillate with 10-week oscillations. We see we have one here and then one here that was a little bit longer, going down into April, as you see here. And from the April lows we started a new one, and you know, it ended with just this sideways move, and then boom, it shot up with a new one. And here it starts to get confusing, and I've seen other analysts having trouble with finding the low. Where is the low here? You know, my indicators are suggesting it's about here. It was a very short oscillation. In that case, we can believe we are at the top and we should go right down here. But I also have some other indications suggesting that, you know, this is the low. And you know, if we look at this situation, it's very similar to this situation. And at this point, this was, call it the wave low or the oscillation low, and similarly, maybe that is the low. Although my indicators are kind of preferring the low is over here, but and the length now, if you see the length here, and then we got there. And then yeah, that fits perfectly, you know, with a on average a 10-week oscillation. You know, it's around here where we should expect the low. And in that case, I think we have some more upside or sideways or upside bias here for another week or two before this is rolling down and over. So that makes me very uncertain. I have these analogs, you know. I was looking for a low in September, August, September, and then a final top in October, November. But now it looks more like these analogs. Maybe we are just crashing down here. But or maybe we'll have to see. Maybe this pullback just comes a little bit late, and then we get this final top around late November. Sorry. I really don't know. We just have to wait and see. Hope this was at any help for you, and see you in the next one.